I have here a network cable tester. I'm going to go ahead and open this up so I can take everything out and we can see how this works. So it comes with this nice carrying case. It's also going to be a good way to store everything. Okay, so we got a cable here. Here's a different kind of cable. It comes with batteries. And then here are the two testing units. And then it also comes with a screwdriver. So this is really nice. You've got a transmitter unit here, and then this is going to be the receiver unit. This is going to help track down cabling if you need to, or this is going to be used for detecting faults in wiring and determining the length of wires as well. So right now I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of the wire check. So I'm going to turn on both units, the transmitter and the receiver, and then I'm just going to plug in this little wire. This is going to be used more so for doing a gender change if you're doing that while you're working, but this works really good for just demonstrating purposes. So I've got the transmitter and the receiver, and then I'm just going to switch to the mode where it's going to check every single wire, and you can see it goes through and your numbers should be matching up, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, so on, as it just goes through and checks every wire. You can also speed this up so it goes faster and makes it easier and faster to do your job. So this is also a good way to trace wires if you've got a bunch of wires. Just a quick demonstration. I've got it on the searching function on both the transmitter and the receiver. And I've got the sensitivity turned down with this little dial so it's not going crazy the whole time. And what happens is as I get close to the wire that is the one that's plugged into the transmitter, you can tell the receiver starts clicking. And that's telling me that this is the wire that I'm looking for. I can use this to trace it in a whole bunch of wires. And I'm going to try that out with a wiring mess, and we're going to see how well it works. Okay, so I've got this network cord right here, and I'm going to have to find this cord on the other end where there's a ton of cord mixed together. I need to know which one is this one. So I've got the transmitter set into the searching mode. I'm just going to plug this in. Now I can leave this sitting here. I can go all the way over to the other end where these cords are all meeting up, and I will be able to track and trace down just this one cord. So we're going to go to the other side and see how that works now. Okay, so here I am at the other end. You can see there's a whole bunch of cords coming out of this wall, and I'm going to have to trace and find that one cord so I can do a test on it to make sure that it's doing okay. So now I'm going to use the receiver, put it into searching mode as well, and now I'm going to start going past each wire, and then I'm going to narrow down which one is actually beeping. So you can see it's already beeping, and it's right here in this area, so I'm going to take these few right here and narrow it down. Okay, so it looks like it's this one right here. So now that I've found it, I can now unplug this, and now I can do some tests on it to make sure the wire is okay, and we'll do a length test as well so we can see if it's got any broken cables or anything like that. So I went and put the transmitter in mapping mode, so now I can check this wire, and I'm going to plug it in, and you can see it's now toggling through. So not only did I find the correct wire, but as it's going through here, it's looking like everything is as it should be because it's going from 1 to 8 top to bottom. So this wire looks to be like it's doing okay. I am going to do a length check as well so we can see how well that works. So I'm going to leave this one unplugged on this end, and I'm going to go to the transmitter, and we're going to do a length check, and we're going to test this wire with the length. Okay, so for a length check, I'm going to put this into length mode, and keep in mind that the length check is on this other port. So I'm going to plug this in, and you can see it immediately gave me a number. It is 12.1 meters long. I can also independently check the pairs. So pairs 1 and 2 are 12 meters, 3, 6 are 11.4, 4, 5, 11.6, 7, 8, 12.1. And then back to the main, the whole cable, 12.1. So I have a different cable here. This one right here is one of the longest cables in this building. So I want to perform a length check on this one. It is unplugged at the other end. You have to make sure you do that with the length test. So now I'm going to plug it in, and you can see we immediately get a result of 31.3 meters. One other thing to keep in mind is you can switch this to feet if you want feet by pushing and holding this button right here. It's 102.6 feet long. So this is a fairly long cable, and this length check works just fine on that one. And running through the different pairs, looks like the different pairs lengths worked just as good. So one other nice thing about this receiving unit here is it has a built-in flashlight, because oftentimes you find yourself having to work in crawl spaces or attics or things like that where you don't have the best light. So it's nice that this has a built-in flashlight that you can use to see when you don't have good lighting. So this network cable tester is super nice. I like the fact that it comes with this case to hold everything. It's really easy to use. It's got a lot of useful features. I like the fact that the receiver has a little flashlight that's built into it. One thing you just need to make sure you're using the correct port for whichever way you're using the tester. But it is super nice, and it will check all the types of faults that you could have in a wire. So I'd recommend this to anybody that's constantly working with network cable. This is a great tool to have.